Hello and welcome. I'm Pauline from Pauline's Quilters World. I want to show you about all of our Jelly Roll rugs that we've been creating. Now, the Jelly Roll rug craze started, I don't know how long ago, but early last year or the year before, and it's a great one. You know, this is the original Jelly Roll rug, where you use a full jelly roll with batting inside, and you make the cord up and then you zigzag the cord together. So that is the original rug, but you can take it further. This is a circular rug that Peggy's made for us, which is just beautiful. And you know, even if you don't have a jelly roll, it's a great way of using up your stash. And I think now's the time for us to start making all those Christmas gifts. And these make wonderful gifts. Even out of a jelly roll, you can make our circular bag, and we have a pattern for this gorgeous bag, and it's just really great to go shopping with this because you can fit so much in it. It's got a gusset around the side. You can adjust the handles to whatever length you want to put it across your body or over your shoulder. But the ones we really love is our bear rug. You know, and we've all got those beautiful little people in our lives where we just love to make things like this because they'll use them. You know, they're so practical. They can put them on their bed, on the wall, on the floor. They wash so well. But once again, you just make up your strings with the batting and the jelly roll, and then we've done the chenilling. And, you know, in the pattern, we tell you all about how to do the chenilling. Once again, the best way to use up your stash if you've got lots there. And, you know, you can get such a lovely feature with their face. The other pattern that we have for the Jelly Roll rugs is our beautiful butterfly. Oops, we'll get it out from underneath here. So this is our butterfly, nice and bright and happy for springtime. Once again, a whole jelly roll was used, just sewing the strips into the string, zigzagging it together, cutting out the shape, and in the pattern we do give you the pattern for the shape, so you don't have to worry about creating that yourself. It's in the pattern, and then we've chenilled the body. So that's our range of Jelly Roll rugs, but we are coming out with more and more all the time. We do have a pack done up for you that contains all of the different patterns. This is the original pattern for the Jelly Roll rugs. It's just wonderful. Great way to start. But then when you want to advance on, we have the pattern for the bag, and you can do this any size you want. We give you the suggested size to make your circle in the pattern, the bear, and as I said, we do give you all the pattern pieces that you'll just join together to create your whole shape of the bear. We show you how to make your pattern. We show you step by step all the different things you need to know to create these wonderful rugs. The same with the butterfly. It comes with its own pattern that you join it together to construct the whole butterfly. All the pieces are there. It doesn't look very interesting like that, but once it's all stuck together, you have the complete half side of the butterfly. And we show you exactly how to do the chenilling. Now, to make the rugs, to make your strings, we use the Jelly Roll Sasher tool. This is the tool we've designed to do the jelly rolls. Now, a lot of people have our yellow Sasher tools. They differ in the fact that this split here is much narrower. We've had to design this with a wider split because we're going to use the batting with the fabric. We use the batting that's pre-cut. You can get all different styles of this, but this is the rainbow batting, which we love to use, and it's what we've used in these rugs. It takes 2 of these rolls to make any one of our rugs. So remember, 2 of those. We're going to put the batting to the fabric. If you're doing the oval rug or the circular rug, you will have to join all your strips together, all your jelly roll strips together on the diagonal. Once you've got them all joined together, lay your batting in there, fold this in and press the start. We thread it through the tool, up and over that centre bar, very simple to do. Pull it through. Now the next step we take is we go straight to the sewing machine. Put this under the foot of the machine with the needle down. That will anchor it. Pull it down about 8 inches and roll this over. Lift the needle up, put the needle back down. That will anchor it. And while you're sewing, you'll just roll this over and stitch a 1/4 inch in. As you get close to your tool, you pull the tool down about another 8 inches, it folds for you. You roll over and you continue stitching. And it tells you all how to do this in the pattern, but it is a very, very simple process. The tool is allowing us to get our rugs to sit very flat. The tool's allowing us to get our fold consistently even, and the tool allows us to get the rug done in half the time. So that's just a few little tips. After you've joined all your strips together, before you go to this stage, roll it into a ball, because that's a full jelly roll. Isn't it gorgeous? You know, you could play with that. Wouldn't your cat love that? Talking about cats, you better stay tuned, because we've now got the cat jelly roll rug going to be released very, very soon. So you better watch the next one of these demonstrations, because you might see it in that. But just make up your full ball. When you start joining this together, here we've got a little piece here. We've started joining it together. And I don't know whether you can see the zigzagging, but we suggest you use the stitch in the ditch foot. There is a guide that comes through the middle of that foot, and it would sit right in the centre of those two pieces where they join. And you just, as you're sewing, don't stretch this. You don't want to stretch it around the curve, or else your rug will all start to curl up. You're just going to come around and zigzag that. But when you get started, particularly starting like the tight curves in the rugs, let me suggest, before you go to the sewing machine to start sewing this together, get your bottle of Roxanne glue. This is the best glue out there for fabric, because you know it's always going to wash out. Put little dots of glue along this edge. Go to your ironing board and roll this around and press it with the hot iron. Oops, that's a bit hard to do there. Just press it with the hot iron as you're rolling it around. That will set the glue, and when you go to your machine to start sewing it, it's very easy now to get around those curves, because you're not trying to get your fingers in there and manipulate it as you go. The glue will hold it perfectly together for you and make it sit really nicely around these edges here. The other thing that we offer with a pack to do all of these rugs, we have in the pack the chenille cutter and the chenille brush. I found to get our chenilling really to fluff up nicely, the brush is needed. I just find if I don't brush it with the proper brush, it doesn't sit up as nice. But when we make the chenilling, we simply use 4 or 5 pieces of fabric, it doesn't matter. We stitch lines on the diagonal, on the 45-degree angle, about 1/2 inch apart. I'll show you the back, you might be able to see that better. Then we put the cutter in between all the layers. It goes between the 4th and the 5th layer if you like using 5 fabrics. This arm sits on the last piece of fabric, and you're going to slice it open like so. Then when you slice it all open and get it all done, and you cut out your shape, you simply brush it with the brush, and that opens up all the fibres. But let me warn you, if you don't do this on the bias, like so on the bias, when you brush it up, all your threads will pull out. That's why we need to have this on the bias. It will always stay fluffy like that, and the threads will never ever pull out. So that's just a little tip. In with the kit, you're going to get all of the patterns, the original Jelly Roll rug. You're going to get the bag pattern, the bear pattern, the butterfly pattern. You will get the chenille cutter and the brush, and you get a bonus dressed up jacket pattern. This is made out of a sweatshirt or a sloppy joe, and it has chenilling on it. It has lots of features on it that we show you here, and then we even give you a pack of the buttons that you can self-cover to put down the front of your jacket. So it's a really, really neat kit. And of course you get 2 rolls of the batting, 2 of these, and you get the Jelly Roll tool. So it's a complete package, and you can start now making up gifts for everybody that you love and adore, ready for Christmas. So we'd love you to enjoy our techniques, our patterns. We'd love you to look at our website, and it's all available on our website, www.pqw.com.au. And also go and look at our YouTube videos, because we've got lots and lots of videos coming up there now for you, and there's lots already there. But when you are on the YouTube channel, on our channel, please subscribe and hit the bell. Hit that bell hard, because you're going to then get all of a notification when we've got a new video coming up for you to watch, where you can learn as many different things as we can teach you. So happy stitching, happy jelly rolling. They're just fabulous to make. Make placemats. Like if you've got lots of scraps left, just keep coming around and doing this and making placemats. And they look wonderful on your dining room table. So bye for now. Happy stitching.